Hi everyone, my name is Jenna Carlsson. I'm the owner of the Joy Filter and I am a professional organizer and certified KonMari consultant here in the Bay Area. So, as you may know, Marie Kondo wrote The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, which has sold over 11 million copies in so many different languages, and this is what made Marie Kondo famous. But do you know of the life-changing manga of tidying up, which is a really fun, cute story, and it's a graphic novel that Marie Kondo put together with an illustrator. So I'm going to be talking about some tips from the life-changing manga of tidying up that you're going to want to know about. So the first tip that Marie Kondo goes into is to discard first, then store. I know it can be tempting to want to go to the container store, get a bunch of cute little bins, and put all of our things in containers. However, if we do that, we're not actually addressing the underlying issue, which is, have we decided if we want to keep these items in our home and life? So the first process is to go through and joy check everything. See what sparks joy. Decide on the items first before figuring out a storage for them. I have clients often ask me, but where will I put this? What should I put in this drawer? And the answer is we save storage for later, because once you go through the items, often areas open up in your house that you didn't imagine, or there might be a storage solution that comes up that you wouldn't have thought of. So choose what you want to keep first, then store. That's the first tip that Marie Kondo talks about in this manga. The second tip is that we tidy by category rather than by location. Sometimes people go in and they say, I want to work on my closet, I want to work on my office, I want to work on the kitchen. Well, there's actually 5 categories in the KonMari method, and you will touch all of those areas in doing them. But the reason we go by category and not by location is because we can know where we're going to start, where's the middle, and what's the end of our process. If you start in one location and move around the house, you may never know when you're finished. So instead of going by space, go by category. And there's 5 key categories in the KonMari method. The first one is clothes, then books, then papers, then miscellaneous or kimono, which really includes everything else and has lots of subcategories to it, and finally sentimental. So that's actually the order of operations as well. So if you're just getting started on your tidying journey, I would recommend that you start with the first category, which is clothes. So that's the second tip in this life-changing manga of tidying up. The final tip that Marie Kondo gives that I'm going to pull out for this workshop today is that you should save sentimental things for last. I know there can be an idea that we want to get started, we want to go through photos, maybe we have inherited things from a loved one who's passed, maybe we have things from past relationships. This can be a minefield of sentimental emotions that pop up. And while all emotions are really welcome while tidying, the sentimental category is the most difficult. And so it's recommended that we start with something simpler. We build the process of making decisions based on what sparks joy for us, starting with clothing, moving throughout the rest of the categories, and then doing sentimental at the end, where we already have honed in our ability to make decisions and get a sense of what sparks joy for us. It'll be a lot easier that way. So that's the third tip that I recommend from this life-changing manga of tidying up. And if you want to see more, it's a really cute story. Here's the characters. It's really about this woman named Chiaki, and she has a very messy house. Marie Kondo is her little tidying fairy that comes over to help her get her things together and discard. And she has a very cute neighbor who's also a chef that she wants to impress. But all her stuff is exploding out of the house. So I think you'll find this a really fun book to take a look at and read. It was a really quick read and a fun one at that. So those are 3 tips from the life-changing manga of tidying up. And if you want more tips, again, my name is Jenna Carlsson. I'm with the Joy Filter. You can find me at thejoyfilter.me or the Joy Filter on social media. And I'd love to help you with your tidying journey. So I will see you around. Thanks so much. Bye.